All right, man. Let's get right into it, man.
Uh-oh.
Let everybody know who you are first, man, and then we just gonna dive into it, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So my name is Seneca Tyree. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I am a illustrator, musician, songwriter, business owner of the Royal Built Media Group, in conjunction with T-Spot Tutoring, which is a business that my wife and I both operate. We started it, well, she started it several years ago before we met. And right now, currently, we're in Cleveland Heights. It's a community, it's a learning center in the old Cleveland Heights Community Center. And so we teach students like media and the arts, and also for parents that need students, the parents that have children that need a place to stay for like 8 hours or 4 hours a day. When they go to work, they send them to us, and we provide them, with a meal, with fun. We have a gym where we give them exercise. They get to exercise, have fun, and all that stuff. But it's broken down into either if you want to come to our center for 8 hours or for 4 hours, whichever. We also starting a program where parents can sign up. Like
Hold
if
on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
What in the world?
We're gonna get into all of that. I just want you to drop your name. Hold on.
man, I wish I could see your face, man, so I could be laughing. Yeah, I know you could be cracking.
we gonna get into all of that. I want to say something for the end. I just want you to drop your name. Look,
Oh, okay, okay.
look, bro. Let me tell you, bro. I don't do these interviews no more, man. But when I saw the stuff that you've been doing, bro, and the energy, bro, I've been knowing you for like 6 years. I want to get into
Mhm.
that, and I want to get into how you built this brand up, bro. Because what I'm seeing is like amazing, man. I'm gonna tell
Are you
you,
serious?
yeah, bro.
I don't see it like that. Okay, yeah.
Bruh, hold on. Because this is why this was interesting about me, and this is why I just reached out to you, is because
Mm,
I know the conversations we had before the brand, before the Instagram, before that. You
yeah.
got 20 years in the game producing. We gonna get into that, but creating stuff and being a creator. But we both met in the trenches at the Boys and Girls Club 6 years ago, bro. We was
Yeah.
not in this space or this
No, bro.
energy at all, bro.
That's true, bro.
So let's get into that. We met
Yeah.
at the Boys and Girls Club 6 years ago, going on seven, feel like.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's 2000 and what? 14, 2000 and
Yeah, because I started there in 2013 at FDR.
okay.
That was a pilot. That was a pilot program, and that school actually birthed me like into like I always work with youth in the church. Like I was a youth pastor, youth advisor in the community, a youth pastor for a couple of churches years ago when I was young, real young, but just young and dumb. Like I didn't know what I was doing, but I had a passion for youth. But my real passion is really for the community. Like even in the church that my wife are in now, like I'm really for the community. Like I love the community. I love the hood. I just love them. Like I love them.
Oh, yeah. So you let's get into the politics of the Boys and Girls Club. You was
Yeah.
frustrated. I was frustrated as an
Yeah.
artist, man. I mean, for the most part, man, this is for the community right here, bro.
Hmm.
Just to let you
Hmm.
know, like me and you both is having the conversations. I'm a designer, you a
Yes.
designer, creative, you know what I'm saying? But I'm in the back sweeping up honey buns and yelling at kids. It wasn't, and then the administrative staff over us kind of had us in kind of in the box too. And that's all good and that's beautiful because when you comfortable, bro, you don't break out into your real self, man. It's like,
True.
talk
That's
about that,
true. Yeah. I think that when you got two types of people. You got some people that dream, and you got some people that dream and they do it.
bro.
And we both come from the same era, though you're older than me, like right, like I look up to you like a OG, like
Mm.
you know what I'm saying. So it's like at that place we was at, though it was cool. Like I formed my own style, but there were no black digital creators.
Mm. At
Like so, I remember being bold, talking to my boss at the time, and I was like, "Yo, man, so I'm gonna be the first black digital creator from the Boys and Girls Club." He was like, what you mean? I said, y'all don't got no digital programs. And the
Mhm.
fact of the matter is, I didn't know anything about digital art at the time. I was still learning. But so the only thing I
What?
knew how to do then was like stop motion animation on Windows Movie Maker.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And little like photography tricks with like a cell phone. And at that time, the rise of violence in our culture with the cell phones wasn't as big then in 2013 as it is now.
Mm.
So it was just coming. So after 2013, 2015, I switched my teaching mode up of really teaching like a stop the violence type thing where, okay, let's keep your cell phones, but let's teach the youth how to use them in a positive way. Even if we see a black man getting brutalized by a police officer, film that, hold the camera steady, edit that video, commentate over it, release it.
You dope. You
You know what
moved
I'm saying?
over.
Like if you
Yeah.
16 years old and you see a black man getting brutalized by a police officer, don't be talking and cussing and gang banging in the video. Shut your mouth, shoot the video. Then when CNN want to get the video from you, ask them to give you a check. You're a business person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're a business person. Shoot the freaking video the right way. So then when you go back to school, the teacher is like, oh, Tommy, I love the way you shot that video. Can you shoot the video for our class? Can you pay me $50?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Look, talk about
serious,
this.
bro.
Talk about this. You transition quickly. Like we both. I took off. I took off before you did. So
Yes.
I was only there a year. I moved over and I'm turned to consultant. Now I'm moving around. At the same time, you moved over to. Yeah.
That was gangster. That was so gangster. That was so gangster when you did that, bro. And I got to say this, man, for the people that don't know you. Let me say this to the people that don't know. I don't know who you had on your show to talk about Cleveland, but man, I don't know who this video gonna reach, bro. But bro, Cleveland got some mad artists, like people that like from your era and my era. Like the kids today, they don't understand the music and the arts and culture just from the black culture alone in the 90s and the 80s, and how people from your era and my era have like, how can I say, dropped seeds in the soil of Cleveland. And it's now coming to fruition. You see like Saint-O and the CST crew, you see them still popping. You see like the homie that taught me how to make beats, Osman Muhammad, like he's still doing his artwork. And I don't know, man. And then when I see you in your videos and how you talking to the kids and you dropping knowledge on them, like I think it's one thing when people see, like it's one thing like they make a video go viral, like a black man teaching kids in the art form. I think that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But when you know the background of the person, like he really do this or she really do this. Like Cleveland has a rich history, and when it comes to the black culture, I remember this dude named Sage the Wise Cat. You ever heard of him?
I think so.
He was with
You
the
told
Black
me about him.
Poetic Society from Cleveland.
I think you told me about him.
Yeah, he you know, just cats like that, you know, Silver B, people that looked out for the black arts, you know, and culture and stuff, man. And in today's time, we don't have too many of those gatekeepers anymore. Like we do. Like I think it's one crew called when I say crew, I don't want them to get offended. They see the video because I love them. So when I say crew, it's like I really love it. I think Shooting Without Bullets.
Yeah. Amanda King. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? People like that, people like me and you that teach, that still can teach black kids like, yo, it's really a life outside of going to jail. Like you really don't have to go to jail. You can really,
Absolutely.
if you want to be a rapper, you can actually like make money off of that. Like you actually don't have to wave a gun in a video. You can actually be the person behind the camera.
Absolutely.
Or whatever. I don't know, man.
Absolutely. Talk about the transition, bro. When I talk about not just the beats, bro, I'm just talking about your whole branding behind it, everything. Like the way you do your videos, like everything is strategic. Everything is like the animations in your thumbnails. The way everything is like, it's beautiful, bro. I love it because when we talked about the first thing I was telling you about is like the origin of it. I was like, look, bro, I'm creating this content. This is how I'm doing it. I came to your class. You was at John Adams. I talked to the class. I sat down with you and showed you some Photoshop stuff.
Yeah, so, you did.
Yeah, talk about that transition, because you didn't have no content, bro. When I saw you take off, you took off like a phoenix, bro.
Yeah, I ain't have nothing, bro. When you told me that, I don't know if you remember, you was talking to me and to one of my other students who was a fabulous beat maker. He's done graduated by now.
Yeah,
When you
yeah,
told me that,
tall dude.
yeah. Boy Chic on the beats, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
when you told me that, I wasn't ready. And that's what I was saying earlier. Like there are some that dream, there are some that dream and do. You was already dreaming and doing it. And I couldn't see past what you were saying. Like I was seeing it, but I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe like, nah, I'm like, yeah, like, nah, I hear what he's saying, but it wasn't registering.
Mhm.
And that's something that has been a struggle for our community for years, where like, you know, civil rights activists would try to come and say, hey, you know, Black
Mhm.
people, you need to be empowered. And when
Mhm.
we see empowered, we think about, well, what does that really mean? And you was trying to empower me.
Mhm.
You know, financially, you was telling me about how you went and saw how people was making money on YouTube and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, yeah,
But then going back, you was actually seeing potential in me,
yeah,
like a leader, right?
yeah,
And leaders have foresight. So you saw something in me that I didn't see down the road. It's good for you to say, oh man, you can draw, you could do that, but you
yeah,
saw further.
yeah.
So when that happened, I met a guy in my church, in my former church a couple years ago, and he was like, yo, man, you need to get an LLC. And I
Mm.
was like, LLC? Like, what's that, man? It's like,
Yeah.
yo, you know, you need to get your business name, like, you need to get secured. So it was a couple of people, I don't want to say the name, but it was a couple of
Yeah.
people that was like giving out false information, just false information
Mm.
about how to get an LLC and everything like that. And so I just got frustrated and I just went I just went hard and started researching for myself
Mm.
how to obtain the LLC.
Mm.
Um, then I was working at a job at the time. I was working at a school. It was very, very crazy because the boss that was over me at the time, she was trying to get me fired. And I
Mm.
had a real good relationship with the community, like outside the school.
Mhm.
Um, and um, so she was taking over in the summer. I was the office manager in the summer in that school, but it was like good timing
Mm.
where I had a lady cover my shift. And I said, yo, I got to go for a minute and I'll be back. But she didn't know I was going to go get my LLC at
Mm.
Cleveland Heights Library. At
Okay.
that time, they was doing free consultations, but you
Mm.
still had to pay to get your LLC. So I went there. And here's another thing, right? You know, talk about the devil like blocking you and your insecurities. It was
Mm.
like a white girl there, and she was real rude to me. I was like, hey, I signed up. I scheduled an interview with this one lady. Which a shout out to Cleveland Heights Public Library. The lady who's running that program, the LLC, yo, she took care of me, like real love. But like the receptionist was rude, like she was real rude. And so because I get mad easy, I get mad quick. I'm like, yo, like get you. I'm about to roll out of here. And I was about to miss my opportunity. I'm like, yo, like, hold on, man. I ain't about to leave, man. This is like God's timing. It's perfect. It's planned for me. And so I got my LLC done. Now, I could have went online and did it like many other people. Shouts out to them. But my brain don't work like that. Sometimes I just need some help, which is okay. So I did that, got my LLC, got my bank account associated with that, went to Huntington because
Yeah.
they are for small businesses. And my wife
Oh,
helped me
yeah.
out with that.
Yeah, I'm there too. So shout out to Huntington.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, Huntington got some real good customer service, man. You know, me and my wife is living in Parma. Then we transferred to the East Side, and they just showing love. So got the LLC in like 2016, and then I wanted to like get my publishing together for my music because I wanted to like start making music and putting music in TV and film. Haven't done that yet, but I'm really, really like rolling them. I'm really rolling that now. Like that's really like
Oh.
hopefully this year something like that would happen because you know my wife and I were really trying to push on that. So with that being said, getting the LLC was official. Spike Lee was rolling out this. I'm just giving an example. Spike Lee was rolling out some like a contest for people to send him music.
Mm.
And this is what I want to say to people who say they want to do music. This is the reason why I don't work with everybody now or collaborate because I found out that many musicians or rappers or singers, they're not serious when you ask them, when I ask them, do you have your publishing together? Do you
Mm.
have an LLC?
Mm.
This is how you know, Jamal, when somebody is lying when they say they're making money. You're not there. No music supervisor of a TV and film industry is going to use you if you don't have an LLC.
Absolutely. That's anything. A old school OG told me, like, ain't nobody just gonna dump no money into Jamal Collins. They're gonna want to dump it into an LLC, period, bro. Like, hold on. I want you to, I was waiting for the, you building me up.
Okay, so then, you know, I got the LLC, and prior to that, I designed the logo. I hand drew the Royal Built logo. I drew it on an old laptop my wife gave me years ago. So I did the logo like in 2013. I got the LLC in 2016. You know, depressed, lost all of my equipment, like in Atlanta, Georgia. That's another story.
Yeah.
Didn't have this. I was living with my mom at the time, so I was like in humble beginnings. So when you met me, I was still living with my mom. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it real 100. I don't care who laugh at me, whatever. I don't care.
No, the story is beautiful. It's
you
the
know
Peter Parker, bro. Peter Parker before Spider-Man. Go ahead.
There you go. So designed the logo, hand drew the logo, and because you're a graphic designer, you know about vectors. I didn't know anything about a vector graphic. All I knew was that I was using Inkscape. It was for free. It's still for free. And I didn't know how to color I didn't know how to transfer my ink drawings to make them a vector, or even I didn't even know how to color my hand drawn drawings at the time. So all I did was make the logo. I colored it in black magic marker. Then I vectorized it, and I said, okay, this is cool. And I made it real clean. And then I just saved it. I just saved the image. And then I went from there, got some t-shirts, I custom ink. Don't do that. And I started learning about like silk screen and the difference between plastisol ink and water-based ink.
Yeah. Hold on, let me jump in real quick.
Yep.
It's all about controlling the narrative, every aspect of it. I'm pressing my own shirts, I'm producing my own music, I'm creating, like, I'm diversifying every element of everything. Then I ain't got to worry about no dude jerking me around with hoodies.
There you go.
I'm just buying my own hoodies and pressing plastisol with heat transfers. I don't need no ink. It's all about being efficient. I'm recording my own video. I ain't got to worry about no dude holding on to it and all of this stuff. Go ahead, keep going.
Yes.
Jump right in. I'm waiting for the video when you started taking off. Like,
okay, cool. Well, so what, you know, when I started LLC, all that was cool, and then I started back getting on Instagram. Man, I guess a little before you met me is when I got back on the Instagram, and I didn't know anything about aspect ratios, dimensions, you know, how long your video should be. I didn't know any of that. I was just like uploading, I guess, pictures or videos, whatever. And it was like I was just telling people that I was coming, but no one cares. Like,
you was kind of no one cared. You was kind of running doing Twitter too a little bit too, right?
Yeah, you said, was I?
Yeah, when you on
Twitter?
I
was doing Twitter. I kind of don't do Twitter too much no more. It's too much. I can't handle all that. Like Instagram is just my swing. But I started doing Instagram. Slowly but surely, I started looking at YouTube videos and how to do stuff. But I was doing all my videos on my phone.
Yeah, I know, which is crazy. Like I know he's doing everything on the phone. Like the way a lot of the stuff that I've seen you do, I still don't know how you do it. Like, I don't know the apps you're using. Like, it seemed like you mixing up the apps. Like, you didn't turn the video and produce the video, bro. You rapping on there, bro. The bars sound legit, bro. I'm like, bro, you didn't took off like a phoenix, bro. I'm serious, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you, bro.
Like you didn't use your phone. Like, talk about you using your phone as efficient as possible. Ain't no way around. Like, somebody was telling me yesterday, like the kids don't got internet and they lacking internet. I'm like, they got iPhones, bro. They got iPhones, bro. Go ahead. Talk about it.
You talk about that right there. No, you go ahead.
Like you got the green screen behind you, bro. On the thing, like the different angles. You shooting basketball, showing like it's real authentic, like it's really you. It's not like this is why I'm so excited about it and pumped, because I know what it feels like once you create something and then you see it and you get feedback from it. And when you're looking back at that video, it's like confirmation, like, damn, that's dope that I did. I need to do something else.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to do something else. All right, let me jump on YouTube and do it. I saw the iRig tutorial go crazy, bro. I just saw you.
Wow, man.
I saw you. So you reviewing products, you going over the beats, you putting the tight beat. I told you about that. You putting the tight beat in, bro. Talk about it.
Man, I'm gonna piggyback off the phone thing.
Go ahead.
If I keep on talking about black people because we're so great, man. If we tapped in, bro, if we tapped in to the functionality of a phone on why your phone costs so much money, the kids they don't see the value. They just see, oh, I got a better phone than you because my phone costs $1,000. You fool! Your phone costs as much money because it's a computer, and because it shuts down. There's a time limit on these phones, man. Just like a computer. So if I got the S10 right now. We got it like a year or so ago. It's starting to slow down. It's doing what it's doing, but I'm pushing the phone to the limit. Like I do everything. I do everything they say you should do with the phone. I got an SD card in there. You know what I'm saying? I go crazy. I got the VPN on there. I got the security on there. My wife be like, yo, why you be like putting all these security? I say, because I'm pushing it. I'm doing everything on it. I say that to say the videos I make, I use Procreate for my digital, like my animation and illustrations. I use KineMaster when I edit my videos. But if I want to do it on a computer, then I'm using DaVinci Resolve.
Can you?
Right?
Yeah. Hold on. Can you jump into since we on this topic real quick?
Yeah.
Can you talk about your process and your beats and like what you
Yeah.
use in that process and your samples and you on the keyboards, you on the keys, man. Come on, bro. Talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So I use Native Instruments and I use FL Studio and I use GarageBand. I'm trying to think, do I use it? I think that's it. Now I've released my last instrumental beat tape I just released, was about to release January 29th. I made the entire album on my phone. It's on my phone. On my phone. I made it. I need these jokers to hire me, man. Like straight up. I made it on my phone. I taught some kids how to do it. Last summer at a youth program. I taught them how to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I use all those elements when it comes to making beats. And because I think,
I'm sorry to cut you
no,
off.
you good, bro. No, please.
I was watching Rocky 3 last night. Some of you would probably ask, like, why is you watching Rocky 3, bro?
Which one was that?
That's Clubber Lang, bro.
Yes.
You ain't been hungry since you won that belt.
Yeah.
He's a wrecking machine, Rock. Like, you got your shot, give me mine. It's like the whole thing, bro.
Classic.
Why? Like, where you find your inspiration at? Because I know, when was you born?
I was born 1979.
79. You're the same age as my brother, 9 years apart. So you're an 80s baby. So where you find your inspiration? Is it now? Are you still going back to like Rocky 3s and
oh, bro, you just touched animation?
Go talk about
it. You just touched something right there, bro. Rocky, the first Rocky is like a tearjerker for me. Like I tear up for one reason, bro. If anybody know the story about Sylvester Stallone, he said he wrote Rocky. The testimony of how he wrote Rocky was just uncanny. He said he was broke as a joke. And when he wrote it, he was just broke. The music, the story behind it relates to me so much because, you know, just humble beginnings coming up like that. The dude had like insecurities, you know what I'm saying? He only felt like he could box and he couldn't do nothing else. His wife really loved him, you know what I'm saying? Relates to my wife, how she just loves me and like with all of my crazy, no, I can't do it.
Yeah.
You just got that lady beside you saying, no, you can do it. But the music, you touched something, was made by Bill Conti. He was the composer. A lot of people don't know this, but there's a track that I released about 3 years ago called Greenwich Ave. At the end of the beat, there's a part that sounds exactly like Philadelphia Morning. Philadelphia Morning is a track on Rocky, and it's a piano solo. And I really don't use any samples no more, so I play everything now, which is very hard because I don't know music theory at all. Anyway, the last part of that beat reminds me of Philadelphia Morning, And this is how I know that that movie was in my spirit so much, because the chord progressions sounds almost identical to Philadelphia Morning, but it's in the hip hop way. And you know, so I'm really into film composers, old school film composers, Lalo Schifrin, who did Enter the Dragon. A lot of people know Hans Zimmer, but I'm not really a Hans Zimmer fan for the simple fact.
Wait, let me jump in. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you good.
my two favorite is Deep Cover and Death Witch.
Oh, I just got through watching one of those, The Death Witch, the other day.
Yeah, that violin and that joint.
Yeah.
So tell me your process. You getting it like you just get in and start from scratch, or I mean, just tell me like typical, like, is it just like you get a feeling? It's just your intuition. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna review this. Like how do you kind of
my inspiration?
Yeah, how do you get something done? You just like, I need to post something. I'm just going down there to make some beats. Like it's like
I get inspired by looking at modern commercials, like how they're shot and edited. Then I say, oh man, maybe I could do something like that. I look at the color grading of a film and I say, okay, let me go downstairs and see if I could do something like that. When it came to the green screen, I went to Joann Fabric, got like a lot of fabric, and I got it pinned up on my wall with like push pins. Then I went on YouTube and learned how to do green screen. Some guys were making it very difficult to learn. And then I just started doing green screen on my phone. It's better to do green screen on the computer though, like on a real software, it's better. But there's a way you can freak it though on the phone to make it look dope. But my inspiration comes from so many places. Like I'm inspired just by this interview. So I'm so pumped up that after this, man, I got a busy day. But after this, I may get on the keys. I may shoot a video. I don't know, because it's like it's inspiring when someone's inspiring you. You know, and so that's what I'm trying to, you know, reciprocate and inspire somebody else that might be looking at this. Anime, cartoons. Like I look at cartoons while I'm drawing.
Yeah.
I was looking at the Legend of Korra, you know, the other day.
Yeah, you got it playing in the background and you just doing it like almost like a soundtrack. I dig it. Yeah.
Yeah. I get inspired by old films like from the 70s and the 80s, like stuff like Sidney Poitier. There's a YouTuber named Hezekiah News. He does a lot of, I don't know where the heck this dude get his footage from. I pray to God that YouTube, I need to hack and download all them videos, because I got a feeling one day that YouTube might try to shut them down, because I don't know where he gets this old school black footage from. And I use it when I was teaching kids pre-COVID. I was using his videos to teach about Black history.
Did COVID change up your process, or you was already creating before? You was already creating before COVID, so it wasn't nothing for you to just go back in the lab.
And COVID made me more hungrier.
Yeah. Ooh, talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? Like how some people was mad because they had to stay in the house. Like I'm a homebody anyway. Like most artists are. You know what I'm saying? I know for me, like, so when people was crying about staying home, I'm like,
you know what I think it was? I think it was because you was already.
And I don't want to sound insensitive either. That's not what I mean.
Huh?
And I don't want to sound insensitive to the people.
No. You know what it was? Like people at the time was scrambling to create now. It's like if your hand was forced to get a mic and get webcams and all this stuff, you was already in the lab creating. So this is some more time for you to just create and just like really push the brand and stuff. Like,
yeah, I had all that stuff already. I always buy two of everything. Like if I got a microphone, I get two mics. If I got one camera, which I only got one camera, it's like I got a beginner's DSLR camera, so I don't have no 4K something. If somebody want to give us a brother something for free 99, pass it over to Jerry. But
talk about, like, you had kicked off. Talk about some of the new stuff you was doing and what's next for you and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so I'm releasing like a little rap EP coming out soon. Hopefully, releasing my first single.
You always had bars. You was always rapping too.
Yeah, I started rapping,
drawing. Like, bruh, you doing it all. Go ahead.
No, you good, bro. No, man. No, please, no. Well, just to tap into that, man. Like, I was an artist first before I got into music. I actually didn't like music growing up as a kid.
Okay. You went
Yeah,
to
like
CIA, right?
hmm,
You went to
Cleveland
CIA,
School of
right?
the Arts.
Yeah. So you along the ranks of Marshall Shorts, Tay
Yeah,
Motion, all
yeah,
of the
yeah.
guys. You know Donald Black too?
Yes, yes, yes.
So you from that generation. Y'all need to do a CIA like reunion with the black creatives, man. Super friends.
Set that up, man.
Huh?
Set that up, OG. Set that up. Hey, listen. I hope Donald listen to this when I say this, man. I talk about Donald Black in my art classes a lot because when I say, "Hey, you see that black and white photograph like on Buckeye?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah, I see that, Mr. Benson." I say, "I went to school with him, gang." I'm like, "Yo, you see that one piece, so and so?" Yeah, 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 yeah. I went to school with him, gang. Like they need to know that for Black History Month, you need to know more than Martin Luther King. Let's start talking about our local living and breathing right in front of our face people that are creating Black history in Cleveland.
Tell them, bro. Give them their roses now, bro.
Give
Give
it
my
to them now.
roses now.
Give it to them now. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Osman Muhammad. He taught me how to make beats. I cut school when I was in the late, early, mid 90s. I was cutting school, not going to school. My mama thought I was doing drugs or selling it. And Osman let me in his house all the time. He taught me how to scratch. He taught me how to make beats. He taught me how to sample. If it wasn't for that dude, part of this conversation, we probably wouldn't be having. That dude loved on me, man. I was his apprentice, man.
What year was
I
this?
wouldn't, huh?
What year was this?
That was, let me see, I graduated high school in 98. So I was running with him like 96 to like 98.
He was doing graffiti and stuff too?
Yeah, I wasn't that good, but I was more better drawing graffiti than like doing murals, but I was bombing. I was getting up. Yeah. I was by myself getting up.
Okay. What
Yeah.
what's next? What's next on your plate? Just more creation. What's the feedback you've been getting? You've been doing work, turning down work. You just been working on your personal brand. Like, I mean, this is why I called you, bruh, because
yeah,
I don't see you all the time. We don't talk all the time,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
I run into you at the store and we sitting in the parking lot for an hour talking this talk.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a
So,
fact. There's one other person I can do that with in Cleveland. That's Julian Kahn, man.
yeah.
Whenever I run into him, it's always going to be a conversation like this, man. And one thing I was going to say about to add to what you're saying is it amazes me, or isn't it interesting how Timberland, and Just Blaze are like getting into what we're doing now
Yeah.
because they see where the wave is moving. And I told somebody this before. I think Tate was on my Instagram live when I was saying this. I said, I'm not sending Timberland my beats. I said, I'm 41 years old, and it's just my opinion. You can give me your, your wisdom. Here's my reason for not sending him my beats. I'm too old now. I'm too old for you to tell me, like, not old, but like, I feel like I'm mature enough to know where my status is. Like my clients tell me my stuff is dope. I got people in different countries loving my music. I'm not going to let you play my music and get inspiration and steal some ideas that I did for you to say, "Oh man, I like your stuff, man." And then when your live feed is off, you going in your studio getting inspired off of something I did. Now I'm gonna say this. Timberland and them type of people, they doing these things because they know that, hey man, my style is getting dry. I need to go to these young people. And that's the philosophy I stay with. You got to keep young people around you that's in the same type of sector you in, because if not, you're gonna become stagnant. But what I don't like, and then I could be mad at it, I could be mad, I don't know, but I don't like it when people start brown nosing people like Timbo and them, like, yeah, man, send them beats, man. Like, for what? Like, I don't need them to co-sign me to tell me I'm dope. Like, if you don't believe you was dope before then what is he gonna add? Now, if he's giving me a check for sending beats out, then cool. But I'm not doing that. And if I'm wrong, man, talk to me. I don't know.
I think you just at a space where you want to control the whole narrative. You don't need him no more. I don't need BET. I got YouTube. I don't need the Food Network to shoot my cooking show. I can go right in there and have my own cooking show right
That's
now.
it.
I got my own merch, got my own, like, I shouldn't even be wearing Nike shit. I should be wearing my own stuff. You know what I'm saying? With a link to it, like, oh, that hoodie
Yeah.
dope. Where that hoodie at? Oh, it's right here. Go get it. You know what I mean? We ain't got a long time left, bruh. So I
Yeah.
gotta land this plane.
Yeah.
Anything I should know? Like you want to touch on anything before we get out of here?
Yeah, man.
Please tell me.
I ain't hear the last part. What you
No, I
say?
said, please tell me. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So I also have a podcast. I got like a few episodes up there. I got merch. I make
Where's that
beats.
at? Where's that?
It's all at theroyalbuilt.com.
Okay.
And if they follow me on Instagram, I got all the links in there. So if you need music for your podcast, I got royalty free music on the website. I got merch, I got beats for rappers, and all that good stuff. I do make custom music for people that need music for like TV and film. Of course, that's a different negotiation in price. That's not something I could just like, oh yeah, I only make custom music for companies if they're willing to really pay that price, because it's a lot for that, because that song is strictly for you and is not sold to anyone else. Yeah, man. I also teach publishing classes and teaching artists how to
Where at?
obtain their publishing
Is it virtual?
properly.
The links is on the website. Is this all virtual stuff?
Yeah, it's it's on the website. My wife and I, we also have like the learning center, T-Spot Tutoring.
I saw something new. What's the new joint? The new virtual classes? Was that? I seen.
Yeah. So I teach music production class every Saturday from 11:30 to 1:30. It's virtually through Zoom, and I teach adults and youth how to make beats.
How's that going?
It's going pretty good, man. We got some kids from different states. We got some donors that donated some music equipment to some kids. I couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
So
Love it, man. That's
yeah,
that
man.
work, bro. Giving that value, bro.
Thank you, bro.
A lot of people get kind of like selfish when they create us, man. And it's all about giving back. It's all about educating and teaching. That's when my life changed, bro. It's when I started unselfishly giving rules, bro. So that's good, man. That's how you when you empower people, man, it come back to you, bro. My phone stay up ringing off the hook, man. I'm just giving talks. I don't even design no more. I'm just more talking and just like strategy, bro. I'm talking to universities, bro.
Yeah.
Because I'm virtual right now, right? So it's all strategic. It's all like thinking. It's all mindset, right?
Wow.
So it's important to know about your self-image, because one of the things I noticed, like showing somebody technically how to make a beat, the sound, the patterns, and all of that. The toolbar. These is tools. You need help with your self-image too. How do you see yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like it's your thinking, your brain, your mindset, like your environment, like that's heavy in it, because I'm talking to senior citizens too. So I'm really like, a lot of people is like stuck in a mindset, bro. Like, man, you can have the same goal, man, but that don't mean nothing. Somebody gonna win because of their actions and because of the system. Not because we both had a goal. You know what I'm saying? So putting these systems in practice, like I said, the framework, like everybody, we got a system, right? So one of the problems is that we not always around each other. We not always around mentors and stuff like that. So that's where I get the inspiration from the books. So I take some time and look and see like what's the top seller, why is it the top seller, and kind of, if I ain't got time to read it, I may hit YouTube and go over the cliff notes and stuff like that. So so man, congratulations, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for him. It's funny hearing you say all this stuff, and you was just saying this to me like almost 6 or 7 years ago. And when you think, you be like, okay, God, okay, you sent this man to me today to talk to me, to inspire me. I'm like, it's crazy, man, because like, you're right. I used to be like anti-video, but now I'm like, no, they have to see me. Because you remember back in the day, we didn't know what DJ Premier looked like until we saw a video.
Yeah, that's how you felt.
Huh?
What made you take the what made you shoot the video?
Cause man, it's like I'm goofy. If anybody know, I'm real goofy. I'm silly. Like I'm not afraid to get in front of the camera. And it's like I could be myself. I got I don't care attitude, and I could just create and show people what I do. And they can see me. They can see my mistakes, and they can say, "Oh man, you know what? I want to be just like that dude. Just like I would." Matter of fact, I'll say this and I'll be done. this is the reason. This is one of the things that inspired me to be a illustrator when I was a kid. There was an Ebony Jet magazine in like the early '90s of Dennis Cohen. You know Dennis Cohen?
Mm-mm.
He was the black comic book artist with DC. Him and Dwayne McDuffie created Milestone Comics.
Okay.
You know, Static Shock and all them.
I ain't here.
Yeah, man. Back in the '90s, I know you know.
Look it up.
I'm gonna send you a picture. I know you're gonna know.
Okay.
But at that time, they weren't really pushing. Marvel or DC wasn't showing us. We didn't know that there was a lot of us illustrating these comics that we loved back then. So Dennis Cohen would have one page, and he was advertising for what? Like cognac. Like, you know, it's typical. It's put a brother with some alcohol and make it look good. But I tore that page out, and I was like, "Mommy, it's a black comic book artist," and I put it up on my wall in the little projects building we was living in. But that inspired me, man. And so this is what we're doing today. You know, kids need to see black creators, man, doing positive things.
Absolutely. Let me ask you this too, real quick. The reason why I was watching Rocky 3, man, is because he lost the hunger. He got the glitz and the glamour and all of that stuff, and he had to go back. He went back to the hood, bro. To train, and he took him inside of the Apollo. Took him inside of that gym, and all them brothers in there. He's like, "You see how they looking at you, bro? That's the eye of the tiger." Did you have to go back to that time and reflect back to that time to help you create now? Sometimes, like, because I was drawing like crazy. Do it take you back? Because everybody was drawn, bro.
Yeah.
Do you go back to that mode to find that hunger to go and create some new stuff, or what?
I do. Actually, what makes me very passionate about what I do is because there's a lot of whackness in mainstream hip hop. It's a lot of whackness, and so that like when I make beats for artists, they'll say, "Oh man, you old school." Like, "Oh, you old, you do that neo soul." But what they forget is that this is what they forget. Ever since I was a kid, I always knew I was a triple threat. So I make trap beats. I got trap beats on my website.
Yeah.
But when you go to a live concert, anybody can debate with me on this. Lil Wayne can never do a full concert with half of his records because, or I'll take Lil Baby because it's just a trap sound.
Go.
But,
wait.
I'm about to light him up.
Wait.
I'm about to light it up, Jay.
Let me jump in. I just watched the Nas with the concert with the tux on. Everybody can't do that. The Nas with the tux on with the orchestra, bro, doing the Illmatic. Talk about, go.
I'm not against trap music because I make trap beats. But if you want to make classic material, you got to make music that people can feel.
Oh, we're going to end it, bro. You know, I ain't going to keep you all day.
No, you good, man.
But I appreciate you, bro. The thing that I got from that is, like, the reason why you're doing stuff is like you're still competing and trying to dominate and take over the world, basically.
That's it.